You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
Teacher's Pet is brought to you by Dog.com. For everything and anything dog, shop Dog.com today for all the top brands: Greenies, Frontline, Kong, Nylabone, Royal Canin, and more. Shop at Dog.com and use the promo code SADTEACH, SADTEACH, and get $15 off your order of $75 or more.
Okay, class, take your seats. I said take your seats. Class, sit. Shh. I swear you're all acting like a bunch of animals. Pet Life Radio presents Teacher's Pet, where you'll learn how to understand and communicate with your pet and train them to be the best pet they can be. It's time to see the world from your pet's point of view. So give a tail-wagging welcome to your Teacher's Pet host on PetLifeRadio.com. You may even learn a few tricks yourself.
Hi and welcome to Teacher's Pet. I'm Nantolino. And that's my dog shaking in the background. He'd like to welcome you too. Today we'll look at a few different topics. We'll take a look at a behavioral issue that seems to affect a lot of us, the jumping behavior, especially at the front door. We'll check on some spring gardening safety tips. We'll get into a couple things to watch out for that's seasonal to keep your pet safe and healthy through this wonderful season. Then we have a special interview. We'll be talking about a very special little boy with a very big heart for the animals. So first, let's take a look at the jumping behavior, especially at the front door. Well, it involves excitement. We don't realize that we do a lot to escalate that, if not incite it altogether. We're not consciously aware of it most of the time. But once we're aware of what we're doing and how it escalates, we can do a lot to curb and curtail and sometimes even avoid any problems to begin with. We all get excited. It's truly a natural emotion, so our dogs get excited too. They get excited seeing us, they get excited seeing each other. We just have to make sure that our action or reaction doesn't escalate everything to another level that overstimulates our dogs, and at the same time reinforces the negative behavior. We'll talk about that next. So stay right here. We'll be right back. Thanks for joining us on Teacher's Pet on Pet Life Radio.
Okay, class, grab your tuna flakes, biscuits, and bones. Teacher's Pet will be back in 2 shakes of a tail, right after recess.
Love your pets but wish their medications were a lot less expensive? They are at 1-800-PET-MEDS. You'll not only save on flea and heartworm medications, but on prescriptions for arthritis, incontinence, thyroid, and more. And you get fast service, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Plus, our licensed pharmacists ensure accuracy, monitor drug interaction, and more. See why over 5 million people have trusted their pet's health to 1-800-PET-MEDS, America's largest pet pharmacy. Call now or order online.
Go to petmeds.com/teacher to get 10% off any order and free shipping on orders of $39 or more at petmeds.com.
There's a movement afoot, ShoeBuy.com. Join the millions of people who shop ShoeBuy.com's over 400 brands and 500,000 products. Order now and get free shipping and free return shipping. ShoeBuy.com, the world's greatest shoe store.
Walk your dog in style and comfort. Enter the code TEACHERS, TEACHERS, at checkout and get a 10% discount plus free shipping at ShoeBuy.com.
How would you like your business to reach out and invite in our audience? We have a brand new trademark concept called Info Seeds. Info Seeds are short 20-second seeds of information about your place of business, practice, or service. We only have a limited number of slots left. For more information, visit PetLifeRadio.com. Click on sponsorship information. There you can listen to a sample of Info Seed or email us at PetLifeRadio.com. Remember, only a limited number of opportunities are available.
Got questions about your hound's health? Need the facts on Fido's fitness or food? You want to unleash your pup's potential? Well, you've come to the right place with Win with Dogs. Here, we learn how easy it is to naturally improve the lives of our furry friends. So sit, stay, and get ready to win with dogs. With me, Raquel Wynn. Exercise, nutrition, interaction, and love make for one healthy, happy hound. Give yourself the gift of knowledge on demand, every week, right here at Pet Life Radio with me, Raquel Wynn, and Win with Dogs.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Okay, class, hang up your collars and leashes. Teacher's Pet is back in session. Now park yourselves on the floor. I said park, not bark. Ugh. Okay, Teacher's Pet. Pay attention. There may be a quiz later.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Nantalina, and you're listening to Teacher's Pet on Pet Life Radio. We were just talking about the jumping behavior. As natural as that is, and as easy as it is for our dogs to get to that level, many times that can be a problem, and it can escalate to other behavioral issues. But what many times that we're not aware of is that we ourselves incite that behavior, most of the time without ever being aware of it. It starts with how we approach our dogs, our body language, our movements, our posturing. Next, the tone of our voice. Does it get high and squeaky? Does the pace increase? The volume gets louder and the pitch higher. Then we find ourselves flustered, our energy level more tense, repeating their names more often, which can be counterproductive. And again, the pace quicker and the pitch higher. That's a common scenario. And you know, there's a lot going on in that one scene, but essentially it only takes several seconds to a couple of minutes. It's just that typical walking through the door and total mayhem. And you find yourself going, get down, no, go sit down. In that case, no one wins. So this is what we do. We start over. We start the whole scenario again. And we just look at the things that we can do in a different way. Prior to beginning this exercise, teach your dog to sit at a spot near the front door, possibly off to the side and out of the way of traffic. Just practice teaching your dog to go there to sit. Reward and treat. Do this on a consistent basis. Do it throughout the day in a very calm way. Then try to do it with some distractions. Have it to where that becomes your dog's special place. Now when you try your new exercise at the door, this will come in handy. Okay, you're on the other side of the door. You're coming in the house. As your keys turn, your first plan of action is to now remove any predetermined feelings you may have had. Whether it's exasperation, frustration, just remove it. You know you've been there a million times. You may think you know what's going to happen when you turn that key and turn in the door. But give yourself credit this time and just let it go. Let go any past preconceived ideas. It's okay if they're barking. It's okay if they're going crazy. Again, they haven't been introduced to this new scenario either. Resist the urge to fall back into your old first reactions. But you're going in there now with a whole new feeling, a whole new energy, and a whole new plan. Say nothing and present a positive energy, a strong and calm one. Walk right past them. Do not make eye contact with them. In a couple of seconds, they will calm down because they do not have your attention. Remember, positive or negative attention is still attention. So now with a strong, calm energy, direct your dog to where he or she should be sitting. Say their names once, then tell them to sit and point to the spot. Have treats on you as you practice this initially. As they go to the spot and go into a sit, praise and treat. If they don't initially go, continue doing what you're doing, turning away and not looking and not speaking. Once you see that they're starting to calm down, once the barking stops, turn, look at them, say their name, and direct them to the spot once. It may take a few minutes, or it may happen right away, but it will happen. Again, have those treats on you, praise and treat when your dog is in a sit. If you practice this continually on these planned trips without actual guests coming to the door, make sure there are successes here before trying it out with higher distractions such as your actual guests. In this way, you're setting them up to succeed. Now, this is going to take a little while, but they will understand. New action, new reaction. They will react differently, and they will respond differently. It all depends on the information that we feed to them. When there's calmness, they can respond in kind. But you got to remember, for some dogs, this can happen instantly. For others, it may take a little doing, but they will understand, they will get it. As always, be consistent, be patient, and be supportive. And reward with lots of praise and affection. Well, spring is in the air, that's for sure. And let's just go over a few gardening safety tips to make sure that your dogs and cats stay healthy with a nice little spring in their step. First off, be aware of which plants and flowers are toxic and can even be life-threatening to both dogs and cats before purchasing or planting this year. It's really important. The ASPCA actually provides a complete listing of toxic plants on their website, complete with pictures, so you can check which plants and flowers if you're not quite sure. So it's very informative, and I highly suggest that you check it out. It's at www.aspca.org. So check this entire list before planting this year. You could be saving a life. Make sure to carefully follow all directions for fertilizer use. And of course, make sure there is no access for your dogs and cats to get to any of the bags. Follow the directions again very carefully. Now, insecticides, as we all know, is extremely dangerous and can be fatal for our animals. Make sure you keep your pets completely away from any sprayed area for at least 24 hours. And again, no access to any insecticide. If you're sneezing, and many of us are these days, animals suffer from seasonal allergies too, but not exactly as we do most of the times. There are a few with some respiratory problems, but most of the times their allergies are in the form of skin irritations, itching, scratching, ear and paw infections, and ear and paw irritations as well. So watch out for that, and make sure to make an appointment with your vet. Cocoa mulch, let's talk about that a little bit. That attracts dogs with its aroma and sweetness, and unfortunately, like chocolate, not only does it attract dogs, but it contains much of the toxicity as chocolate, and that can be dangerous. So ingestion can cause seizures. Please keep your dogs away. The ASPCA recommends a less toxic alternative, such as shredded pine, cedar, or hemlock bark, but always with supervision, of course. Another thing to watch out for is compost piles. Keep your pets away from that completely. It can be very tempting for them. You know, they see all that food and all that garbage, but it can cause very serious illnesses, as well as gastrointestinal problems. You should provide them with a very safe protection against fleas and ticks. And make sure to read the directions very carefully on those flea and tick medications, because some of the canine ones can be very dangerous and even life-threatening to cats. So follow those spring safety tips and enjoy this wonderful season with your companion animals. Coming up next, we have a very special interview and an inspiring one about a young boy who, through his own loss, developed a heart full of love for the animals. We'll be back after a short commercial break on Teacher's Pet on Pet Life Radio.
Okay, class, grab your tuna flakes, biscuits, and bones. Teacher's Pet will be back in 2 shakes of a tail, right after recess.
Petco, we really love pets. There isn't anything we won't do to make sure they're getting the best products and the best care. So when you ask us a question like,
so how do you feel about cat condos?
We can say from experience,
feels like home for her.
Enter the code TEACHER10, teacher, the number 10, and get 10% off any order. No minimum at petco.com.
FTD's network of over 40,000 florists around the world have been creating beautiful handcrafted arrangements for 100 years. Each arrangement is delivered the same day and backed by FTD's 7-day satisfaction guarantee. For a century, people have trusted their most important occasions to the flower experts at FTD.
Since Pet Life Radio is all about puppy dogs and flowers, our listeners, that's you, can get a 20% discount on your order. Just go to fluorop.com and use the code TEACHER1 at checkout. FLEUROP.com, code word TEACHER and the number 1.
How would you like your business to reach out and invite in our audience? We have a brand new trademark concept called InfoSeeds. InfoSeeds are short 20-second seeds of information about your place of business, practice, or service. Is the best, most cost-effective way to invite us in. We only have a limited number of slots left. For more information, visit the website
PetLifeRadio.com.
Click on sponsorship information. There you can listen to a sample of InfoSeed. Remember, only a limited number of opportunities are available.
This year, Americans are expected to spend a jaw-dropping $36 billion on their pets. From lighted leashes to high-end spa products, the discriminating pet owner can find just about anything to pamper his or her pet. Hi, this is Michelle Fern. Join me every week for Best Bets for Pets, where we'll talk about the latest pet products and talk to the companies that make them. Best Bets for Pets, every week, only on PetLifeRadio.com.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Okay, class, hang up your collars and leashes. Teacher's Pet is back in session. Now park yourselves on the floor. I said park, not bark. Ugh. Okay, Teacher's Pet. Pay attention. There may be a quiz later.
Hi, I'm Nantalino, and welcome back to Teacher's Pet on Pet Life Radio. Now, as a mom myself, I can truly relate to this heartwarming story. I'm talking now with Dawn Nelson, a mom with a very special story about her young son's heartfelt love for homeless animals. Hi, Dawn, and welcome to the show.
Hello.
Tell us all about this wonderful venture that your son has set out to do.
Well, okay. I will kind of take you back to how this entire thing started. A couple years ago, we had the opportunity to get some awesome little Labrador retrievers, and we chose to get 2 of them. And they were the light of our family's life. I have 2 young children, Stevie and Ashley. And as you can imagine, as you know, whenever you bring any new puppy home, there's lots of excitement and fun and love. So we went and had these puppies, and we had them for almost a year, 9 months to be exact. And a couple days before my little guy's birthday, before Stevie's birthday, this birthday to be exact, our dogs were lured away from our house. We live in a very rural community, and they were gone.
Both of them?
Unfortunately, both of them. And we never got them back. It was really a hard time for our family. We even went so far as to hire a pet investigator to come and try and track them with no result. But like I said, it happened 2 days before Stevie's 5th birthday. And Stevie, all he wanted for his birthday last year was his dog back. He didn't want any presents. He didn't want anything other than for us to find them. And like I said, that never, unfortunately, happened. Even with putting out, over 150 reward signs and hiring a pet investigator to come up and try and track them with her dogs, we never found either one of them. So in our hearts, we just hope that someone found some really amazing dogs. But, we don't know. I spent months online on Pet Finder looking for some animals that were ours, but unfortunately there's a huge amount of black labs that are in shelters. So the search was endless, and I never found any of them. But during that time, Stevie and Ashley both saw how many homeless pets there were in this world, and your small family, you don't realize how many misfortuned or unwanted pets there are. And these kids were able to see that. We went through the whole process of trying to search for them, and I contacted every vet and shelter in the state to let them know to be on the lookout for these dogs if they would come in. But they weren't ever found. So this year, at Christmas time, Stevie saw, this is, of course, really still fresh in our minds, being less than a year since we lost them.
Right.
Stevie saw an ASPCA commercial with Sarah McLachlan, and that's a hard television commercial to watch for adults.
It is.
I mean,
it is.
It's one of those that you really want to change the channel.
It affects
you.
you.
Don't have to watch it. It does. It hits you. I mean, regardless if you're a pet person or if you're not, that one really hits home. And Stevie saw that, and of course it was on numerous times. He saw it, and I could hear him in the other room kind of whimpering. He was upset, and that was the first time that he saw it. Well, the next time that he saw the commercial, I heard him pitter-patter through the house, and all of a sudden I heard the phone. And he was dialing the numbers to the ASPCA, and he got, of course, by the time the commercial was over, he had like 5 numbers in. But he wanted to help animals. He had recognized that, these animals needed help.
Mm-hmm.
The thing was, being 5 years old, he thought that his money was going to go. First of all, he didn't really realize that you had to spend money to donate to them,
Yeah, his heart's in the right place. Right.
His heart was in the right place, but, he thought that he was going to be helping those 4 animals. He wanted to give things to those 4 or 5 animals that were on there. And at 5 years old, I thought that, he, it would be valuable for him to learn giving, and he wanted to do that. But after talking to him about it, he was very specific. He wanted to see the animals that he was giving money to or items to. So we discussed it, and he wanted to give things to the Northeast Nebraska Humane Society because they're in the process of building a shelter, and they have a lot of animals in foster care. And he decided that he wanted to have a birthday party. For his birthday party, he didn't want to have folks bring him presents. He wanted them to bring a donated item or an item for Stevie to donate to the local Humane Society.
How amazing. And this is his idea at his age.
It was his idea.
Wow.
I thought initially that for me as a mom, I thought, I've already spent my budget for Christmas, and I will just make a monetary donation to the Humane Society for his birthday. We'll take the check and a couple boxes of dog toys or treats or whatever, and that'll be that. But Stevie had an entirely different idea. He was passionate about this from the very moment that he thought about it. And
I see a leader in the making to help animals in the future. Yeah.
So far, so I contacted, I guess going back to the story, I contacted the Northeast Nebraska Humane Society and told them of the fundraiser that Stevie wanted to do for them. And it couldn't have come at a better time for them because, as I said, they are in the process of trying to build a shelter. And unfortunately, they've had problems getting the financial ability, had to have the financial ability to do that. They've struggled with getting donations. And so this was a breath of fresh air for them that, this young child, not only, the story that he has behind it, but, this was something really great for them. That
perfect timing and a perfect situation for everybody.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. So Stevie had his birthday party on March 26th. And his goal was to raise $6,000, $1,000 for each year that he's celebrating. Mm-hmm. And he wanted to get a truckload full of food. Food and treats and toys to donate to the foster care dogs and cats that they have at the Humane Society. And we've been successful at that. We've got nearly a truckload of food. And truckload, I mean, Ford pickup or, like the back end of a pickup full of stuff to take to the Humane Society. And he's also raised, the last count I had heard, he had raised $10,000.
Wow.
$10,000 to donate to the Northeast Nebraska Humane Society.
It's amazing.
Yes. The entire thing has taken off unbelievably. We actually had a family come forward and state that they would like to match whatever Stevie raises for donations up to $10,000. So
that's wonderful.
We turned that $10,000 into $20,000.
Unbelievable.
That he will be donating to the Humane Society and the Northeast Nebraska Humane Society. And he will do that on 15th, where he will have a presentation. And until then, the story has taken off at a level that we were not expecting. And we're keeping it open until May 13th because we've had so many folks come forward stating that they would like to be a part of this because it's been such a heartwarming, fun story.
Absolutely.
There was a loss. I mean, it all started with a loss, but
yeah, I'm sure he's gained so much through this, and and plus what he's giving to so many people and to so many animals, the inspiration and the motivation for adults to see this, to inspire them. He's helping beyond even the animals that he's helping here at the shelter. He's helping beyond that, just from people hearing this. And even people, especially grown-ups, to take the initiative and help other shelters that need help in other parts of the country. And that's what should be going on as well, because for one child to take, a leap from his heart and follow it through with actions at his age, I mean, it's so compelling, and it touches your heart, and it's ultimately touching the animals, and it's something that he's taking responsibility at his age, and he's making a difference. And other people should just jump on board and encourage and admire that. And like you say, match that and do whatever they can to help as well, which I'm glad to hear that people are doing that. Now, Dawn, is there a website or a way to contact you for, more funds?
There is. We are, he actually has a Facebook page now.
Cool.
At the request of several individuals. You can go to Stevie Nelson's 6th birthday wish on Facebook and like his page, and then you can contact me on that page. I am the administrator for it. My name is Dawn Nelson. He also has an Indiegogo website, and it is a lot of I can rattle it all off to you, but it's kind of a long series of numbers and question marks and those sorts of things. So you can you can type in on the Indiegogo website my son's 6th birthday wish, and that will take you to his page where you can make a donation if you would choose to, or you can also go to Northeast Nebraska Humane Society.com or .org. They have both names, and make your donation through PayPal there as well.
Wonderful. That is wonderful. And this is up until May 13th is the day that...
May 13th, yes.
Okay. So there's some time. There's some time.
Yes. And he's also, like I said, his part of his wish is to fill our vehicle full of amazing toys and treats and food to that all benefit the Northeast Nebraska Humane Society. So, if there's folks out there, I've had some contacts that say, we really would rather make a product donation. By all means, they can contact me on Facebook. I can get them the address to send that to if they would like to do so. And also, what I do for Stevie is I take a picture of him with each donation that he gets, because he's very proud of this accomplishment. And I take a picture of him with every donation that he gets, and that is on both his Indiegogo website and his Facebook page.
That sounds great. Well, that's wonderful, Dawn. And I'm glad to see that you're encouraging this. And it sounds like something that's going to be an ongoing thing for you, because I have a feeling that's where his heart's going to be in the future. And he's affected so many people. So obviously that's something you want to always encourage.
Yes. Well, for us to take something that was so heartbreaking for us, and for him to be able to, I'm a big believer that things happen for a reason.
Right.
And, for something so incredibly amazing to be able to come out of our loss, it helps. It helps the healing process. It helps what our family's been through. And, he's helped more animals with this fundraiser that he's had than I could have afforded to, like I said initially, I was going to write out a check. I couldn't have wrote out a $21,000 check.
Right.
So for him, this has turned out to be something so incredibly amazing, and it's just now, starting to kind of hit a national level, I think, and we're just excited. We're very proud as a family. It's been a family effort to pull this whole thing off.
Can I just ask? I have to ask, how is he? Like, what is his reaction right now? How does he feel about all this?
His reaction, he loves it. He loves getting, every day for him is like Christmas around our house. He, is getting boxes of items that are donated, And he loves taking a picture with them. The most rewarding thing, I think, for us to date has been last weekend. We went to each of the a few of the foster care homes where the animals are being kept, and we delivered like half a truckload of goodies between dog food and treats and toys, and it gave Stevie an awesome opportunity to meet these animals that he's helping and to give them the stuff that he's had donated to him. That was fulfilling his wish. You know, he wanted so much to help animals in this area, and he's doing that.
And he's doing that. He's doing it. And he's doing it, I'm sure, beyond what he even imagined and anybody's even imagined. And the thing is, it's ongoing. And like I said, it's going to have that ripple effect because the inspiration is going to continue on to other people, and it's going to help so many beyond even what you know. Thank you for sharing this story, Dawn.
You're very welcome.
You have to keep in touch with us to let us know how everything goes after the 13th, okay?
I will do that.
I would love to hear. And my best to Stevie, and let him know that everyone is proud of him and that many blessings to him for helping so many animals and to kind of giving a wake-up call to a lot of grown-ups that could be doing a lot more too. So we thank you for that. Thanks, Dawn.
Thank you.
Well, I'm actually starting a wish list on my website, so you could check out Dawn's information there as well at hearttoheartcaninecounseling.com. I'd like to thank Dawn once again, and Mark, our producer at Teacher's Pet, and thank you for joining us. Remember, find ways to create peace and harmony in your life for you and your companion animals. Talk to you next time on Teacher's Pet on Pet Life Radio.
School's in session on Pet Life Radio with Teacher's Pet. Learn how to communicate with your pet, train your pet, and see the world from your pet's point of view. You may even learn a few tricks yourself. Teacher's Pet, only on PetLifeRadio.com.